Hi everybody, I'm Josh, this is my wife Nikki. We wanted to tell you a little bit about the vision and the ministry that God has called us to. We've been commissioned with Reach Global as orphan care consultants, and we are going to be working with local churches in French-speaking Africa.
According to UNICEF, there are approximately 153 million orphans in the world today. This doesn't include the estimated 8 million children who live in institutional care. The interesting thing is that if 7% of the 2 billion self-identified Christians in the world would care for just one child, we wouldn't have an orphan crisis anymore. We've been called to Africa, where there's the highest concentration or the highest saturation of orphans. It runs at about 12%, meaning about 1 in 7 or 1 in 8 children are orphaned in Africa right now. There's a strong biblical basis for caring for the orphan. There's somewhere around 47 verses that say something about caring for the orphan or the fatherless or the least of these. It's very clear that this issue is near and dear to God's heart. We served in Africa in 2009, and during that time, we thought that we were going to be there for just a few months, and we'd come back and have done our Christian duty and get on with our lives. But somewhere during that time, God broke our hearts, and He made it really clear that this wasn't a one-time deal and that He was calling us to devote the rest of our lives to caring for orphans in some fashion.
So the vision that God has given us for caring for orphans is a model of develop, empower, and release, which is crazy because we came to that, and then God called us to work with Reach Global, which is exactly the model that they follow. They develop, empower, and release people into ministry. We're going to do this through the local church. We're going to work with national leaders, and we're going to train them in how they can train caregivers of orphans. So we're going to not work with the kids. We're not going to work with our trainers. We're going to work with the people that are training the trainers. This is a really great model of multiplication and really working ourselves out of a job.
We're inspired by the revelation of God's heart towards orphans, and we're really excited about this vision that He's placed in our hearts. We want to just thank you for taking the time to listen to our story, and we'll be back with more soon.